So I told you guys pretty early on in the Trump administration, there was a report that one of the things they were going to do is, of course, bring back the student loan debt payments. And but it's actually worse than that, because what their plan is to remove whatever student loan debt reduction programs that there were actually validated by the court, and the court said, this is constitutional, you guys can do this. There were a few of them that were like that. Trump is coming in, and he's saying, even the little bit of relief that people got, we want to roll that back too. So not only do we want to bring back the student loan debt payments, we want to charge you more than you had to pay before. Because remember, ever since COVID, there was the freeze of the payment because, I mean, obviously people couldn't pay, the economy was shut down, etc. They had no choice really but to freeze it. And it's been a long time coming that they're effectively trying to bring it back. Biden, of course, tried to cancel it. He tried multiple different avenues to cancel it. Some of them were found, some of it was found legal for certain avenues. Others they slapped down. When the Supreme Court slapped down his biggest attempt to reduce student loan debt, he tried it another way, right? So look, I'm critical of Biden on many fronts. Israel's the biggest one, but this was one where it genuinely appears to me like he fucking tried, right? He tried. I think there are other ways he maybe could have done it where he could have gotten away with it effectively. But Trump is getting in there, and he's now raining hell on these students. So look at this from Fortune magazine. From $500 to $5,000, millennials are watching their monthly student loan payments skyrocket under Trump and panicking on TikTok. Millions of Gen Z and millennial postgrads are facing towering monthly student loan payments due to Trump's changes to income-driven repayment plans. If you're one of the over 42 million borrowers with federal student loan debt, now's a good time to check your payment portal. Many borrowers are facing nightmarish monthly payment jumps due to changes to income-driven federal student loan repayment programs, and it is likely to leave many Gen Zers and millennials defaulting on their loans. Quote, my payment is going to quadruple. Ali Ruker shared in a viral TikTok video. Her student loan payment for her public health degree is expected to increase from $250 a month to $900 a month. A lot of these people can't afford this shit. Last month, a federal judge blocked the Biden administration-era SAVE plan, an income-driven student loan replacement program with 8 million borrowers, claiming it lacked the authority to forgive millions of dollars in debt. In response, the Trump administration paused all applications for income-driven repayment plans and online loan consolidation, leaving some borrowers in limbo, struggling to make ends meet. What Trump is doing on student loans is literally going to crash the economy, Ruker said. Another TikToker took to the platform to describe her husband's dramatic 10 times payment increase from $500 to $5,000, from $500 to close to $5,000. It is an obscene amount and a huge portion of our income each month, she said. Because of an average 6.3 interest rate on his dental school loans, she said it's hard to get on top of principal payments. A previous aspiration to buy a house, a core part of the American dream, is essentially unattainable for the next decade as they pay back the loans. We literally already have a mortgage payment, and it's his loans, she said. $5,000 is more than a mortgage payment. That would be a very nice house. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call indentured servitude. This is indentured servitude. That's what this is. The thing that's so fucking frustrating is all of us millennials and Gen Zers, we were sold a bill of goods. We were told, listen, man, you guys will be fine. You guys will get ahead. You'll earn a good living. You'll probably do better than us, your parents. You just got to follow the process. Go to school, work hard, go to college. You might have to take out some loans to go to college, but it'll be worth it because when you get out of college, you'll get a much higher paying job. Everything will be great. It'll be hunky-dory. But then, over time, slowly but surely, the amount people had to pay to go to college became a fucking colossal scam. People don't know this. There was a time back in the day when, like, our parents were young, where college was virtually already nearly free. It was already nearly free. And now it's become this massive scam, this massive money-making scheme, and you got this student loan debt, and people are fucked. They're just fucked. There's no hope to live the American dream. There's no hope to be out of this debt. And so people are fucking frustrated. People are fucking pissed off because they did everything they were told to do, and now they feel like they're an indentured servant because they fucking are. Understand something, guys. When we talk about student loan debt In many developed countries, that is not a thing. I love how we've decided in this country, oh, look, you're gonna go to elementary school? Great. It's on the house. Paid for by tax money. This is a basic of a civilized society. You want to go to middle school? Great. It's public. It's on the house. You're taken care of. Don't worry about it. You want to go to high school? Based. Fine. No problem whatsoever. You can go. It's taken care of. Paid for by your taxes. We're good money, dog. You do your thing. You get out there. You're good. Then all of a sudden, when it gets to higher education, it's like, that'll be $70,000 a year, please. What? Who the fuck can afford that? Who can afford that? I mean, we were looking the other day at some of the prices for these colleges. And it is like you have to be in the top 5% to afford any of this stuff, right? And so then you got people, they take out the loans, they do everything they're told. The economy shits the bed. Nobody has union protections. The jobs are being shipped overseas. They're screwed and they got all this debt and there's nothing they can fucking do about it. And then you have some, Democrats come along and try to fix it and try to do the right thing. And the courts are like, wrong. We're going to go ahead and say you can't do that, even though the Higher Education Act of 1965 is crystal clear. And basically, the federal government can do whatever they want with the debt that they own of the federal student loan debt that they own, which, by the way, is like 95% of the debt or 98% of the debt. They can wipe that all out if they want. But the Supreme Court went, no, these people, we want them to suffer. So no, we're not going to do that. So, and I told you guys, there was an article about this early on in the Trump administration where they said they want to bring back student loan debt payments and they want to go back to the old numbers, right? So you have to pay more. And then there's even talk beyond that of privatizing it further because the Department of Education handles this stuff and Trump is openly saying, I'm going to eliminate the Department of Education. So the whole thing is going to be a big scam, give it to his Wall Street buddies, give it to his big bank buddies, and then they're going to make you pay even more than what you probably fucking agreed to in the first place. So look, now people are saying, I see a lot of conversation about this on social media. A lot of people are saying this. They're just going to do like a student debt strike. They're just going to like not pay it, And look, I get it. I understand it completely. Like, because the other thing is, a lot of people just can't fucking pay. They just don't have the money. They don't have it. So what we need to do in this country, man, everybody needs to wake up and realize we are being robbed on a regular basis. Robbed. How is this? We're like the only developed country that doesn't have universal health care. We're the only developed country that doesn't have paid vacation time by law, paid sick time by law, paid maternity leave by law. We get reamed by our corporate overlords. We need universal health care. We need to wipe out all of this, the medical debt. We need free college, and we need to wipe out all of the student loan debt. These are basics, bro. These are basic things. Don't tell me you give the Pentagon $850 billion a year, then you do an audit, and they can't find 61% of their money, right? And, okay, whatever. Here's another fucking $900 billion. That's what happens there. But you got the whole younger generation they're basically indentured servants and corporate slaves, and you're like, sorry, you're on your fucking own. Deal with it. No, we want our tax money to go towards things that actually help us. God damn it. Anyway, you can go read this whole article if you'd like, but it has other examples of people who are struggling. And it's time for it to end, bro. It's time for it to end. And remember, at the same time this is going on, what I just described to you, what else are Trump and Elon doing? They're targeting Medicaid, they're targeting Medicare, and they're targeting Social Security. They're already freezing payments to some people for Social Security. They lie and say, oh, this person's dead or this person lives overseas. Not true. Freezing payments. Medicaid, the House Republicans just passed a bill to cut Medicaid $880 billion. That's the only health care so many people have in this country. Low-income people, disabled people, that's Medicaid. They're destroying that. So the few parts of our government that are beloved and actually work, they're gunning for those too. They are trying to nickel and dime the fuck out of everybody in the bottom 99%. And at some point, people are going to rise up because it's going to be too fucking much. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.